The best way to get out of the friend zone, in my opinion, is to not get in the friend zone in the first place. But since you guys are probably already in the friend zone right now, let's go and talk about it, because trust me, I was definitely solidly in the friend zone pretty hard, and I got out of it. And there's a way I did it. So the couple things that you should know about getting out of the friend zone is you got to state your intentions, you got to work on yourself, and you can't settle. Okay, 3 things. Those are the things that I would go for when I'm getting out of the friend zone, and it's more or less what I did. So me getting out of the friend zone isn't a totally happy story, but it's a good one, and it's one that you should hear. So when I was 17, I was in college, and there was this girl that I was crazy about. I was crazy about her. We were hanging out like all the time, going and doing stupid shit that I didn't even like. I don't like plays. I went to see plays with her. I don't really like going and, seeing these. There's a lot of shows that the campus put on. She loved those shows. I don't really like them. I still went to see them with her, and it was totally platonic. And I knew I was caught in this friend zone, and I was just so frustrated. I was like, how the fuck do I get out of this? So I think I was watching American Pie or some movie where the guy was kind of caught in this similar situation. And I literally just copied what he did. Basically, what he did was he wrote down on a piece of paper. He wrote down his intentions. Or I don't even know if he wrote it down. He just told her how he felt. And so what I did was I wrote it down because I was too nervous. So I wrote it down and I read it like 2 or 3 times a day, practiced in front of the mirror for like a week or 2. And then finally I worked up the courage to go and tell her. So I went to her dorm room when no one was there. And then I walked up to her. Let's say her name was Maria. And I said, listen, Maria, I know we've been friends for a while, and I love hanging out with you. I think you're really awesome. I think you're super smart. I'm happy when I'm around you, and I think you're really, really gorgeous. But I do have feelings for you, and I was just wondering if you'd be willing to go out with me sometime. That's more or less what I said. When I said it, I wasn't a bitch about it. I let the silent. Sometimes you're gonna say stuff. You just gotta put all your shit on black and see what happens. And she actually said yes. So we went out on a date. And then she actually got back together with her ex-boyfriend like a few days later. I was so crushed. I was so crushed when this happened, and I was mad at her too because like I felt like she led me on, and I'd gone through all these emotions, and so I didn't talk to her for 2 years. She tried to be friends with me, and I was like, no, not happening. So then 2 years later, later on in college, we met at a Halloween party. And so I'm at this party, we're talking, and then we agree to hang out again. And we hang out again, and then after hanging out, I decided basically like either I get with this girl or I'm not going to be friends with her and I'm not going to see her again because it's just I can't deal with that headache in my life. It's just not good for me. So that's what I did. I basically, the next time we hung out, I kind of laid down what I wanted, and we actually started making out, which is pretty awesome. Then the next night we had sex, and it was the best sex of my life, probably up until that point. Probably the most awesome thing I remember in college. It was great, and we started seeing each other for about 2 to 3 months, and we were nuts about each other. We were crazy, but we still broke up, and the reason why was because I was so obsessed with this girl and like crazy about her that I forgot the real reasons why I get into the relationship, and I didn't want any of them. I don't like being in a relationship as I stand to you right now. I like meet new people. I like going after new girls. I like getting new girls too much that like I'm probably not going to be in a serious relationship for a while. So that was why we broke up, because she wanted to get married and have a kid, and she has a kid. She is married right now, and that life wasn't for me. She got it soon after we broke up. So this is kind of a cautionary tale where I did break out of the friend zone, and it did happen exactly the way I thought it would happen. Not the same way I thought it would happen. It was like almost everything that I had dreamed of, but it wasn't. It wasn't the right move for me in my life, and that's what I'm worried about, which is happening with you guys, which is where you're obsessed with the girl that you think is the one, and she might just be the achievable one. She might not be the best one for you, or she might be the only girl that you know. There's plenty of fish in the sea. And so with the stuff that I did, which is state your intentions, I think this is the way to go, because you should stop wasting your time, stop being in a relationship that doesn't benefit you, and figure out if you guys work. And the only way you're going to do that is by stating your intentions, not being a little bitch about it. And even if she's one of two things is going to happen. She's either going to say yes, she's going to go out on a date with you, or she's going to try it out, and be with you or whatever, or she's going to say no. No is not the end of the world. No is basically like, you know, she doesn't want to do it now. She doesn't see you that way. After you've stated what you want, now she sees you in that light. Now she sees you as a guy who's going for her, who knows what he wants, who's a lot of really attractive qualities that women like. Before, you weren't doing that because you were hiding how you felt. You put yourself in a position where you were scared to tell her how you felt, and you kind of ended up in a position where you know, you weren't saying it, where you were kind of living this lie the whole time. Now that she sees you in this light, you're going to be a lot more attractive to her. And, you know, that's probably what happened with me. I mean, she went out on the date with me, but I think she just went out with me because she felt sorry for me or whatever. But then, you know, she realized, she's like, you know what, this guy, like, really liked me, and he was sure in his intentions, and I think I fucked up. So the next time we met later, she'd already had this new image of me in her mind. I wasn't a platonic friend anymore. I was a potential partner, a potential mate, or some guy that she was willing to sleep with, or she might be willing to sleep with. And so I think that's where it kind of has to start, where you have to, you know, state your intentions. And if she says no, work on yourself. Be the attractive guy that you know that other girls, or that you would want to be. Be whatever, you know, attractive person, you know, you think she would be, you know, you think other people would be attracted to. Not what what you think she wants, but an attractive person that you think is. And I think that's the way to go. And then don't settle. So with the girl that I was with, I didn't settle. I didn't want to be your friend. I knew what I wanted, and I ended up getting it. But again, was it the right thing for us? Probably not. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll probably post more videos about how to get out of the friend zone. And thanks a lot, you guys. Good luck out there.